Welcome, friends. Today we're doing yoga on the rocks. It's a beautiful spot, but the rocks make it a bit tricky and unbalanced. Thankfully, we're here for connection, not perfection. So if you find yourself coming out of a pose, don't worry. Gently come back into it as you feel ready. And press the pause button and take a child's pose at any time throughout our practice. I invite you to join me at the top of your mat in a seated position. Placing your hands on your heart, gently soften your gaze or close your eyes and begin to shift your attention to your breathing. Noticing your inhales and exhales, starting to find a comfortable rhythm. Although what's going on around us may feel unbalanced and like we're on uneven ground, our breath helps to steady us. As soon as we pay attention to our breath, our brain sends our body signals that it's okay to slow down. Be in this moment. Here you are safe and allowed to pause, and slowly your breath starts to naturally lengthen. Let's ground down through the sit bones as we lengthen through the spine. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up and bring it across, placing your right hand on your left knee. Exhale, gently twist from the middle part of your body, maybe looking over your left shoulder. Coming back to center. Inhale and reach the left arm up, left hand to right knee, gentle twist, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Coming back to center, inhale, reach both arms up and hands to heart. Let's change the cross of our legs now. And now placing your hands in front of you, walk forward into a gentle forward fold. Any amount. You may stack your fists and rest your head on your hands. Just take a moment to breathe here. Inhale to come up. Changing the cross of your legs again. We'll roll onto our hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. On your next inhale, bring your chest forward, lift chin and tailbone. Exhale, round your back, chin toward chest. Inhale, chest forward, widen across the collarbones. Exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, press away from the floor, chin to chest. And now bring your hips to your heels as we take a moment to rest in child's pose. Breathe here, once again reconnecting with your breath. Now coming back to hands and knees, gently keep your belly lifted as you extend the right leg back and reach left arm forward. Lift from the inner thigh and drop your outer hip. Engage the belly muscles here. Breathe and release. Inhale, extend the left leg back and right arm forward. Lift the leg from the inner thigh. Drop your outer hip to keep the hips level. Breathe and release. Hips to heels and back to child's pose. Reconnecting with your breath. Coming back to hands and knees. Extend your right leg behind you, left arm forward. Exhale, draw the knee and elbow to center. Inhale, reach out, drop the outer hip. Exhale, pull into center, engage your belly muscles. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, like you're moving through water. Inhale, reach and release. Now extending the left leg behind you, right arm forward. Exhale, draw knee and belly to center. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull into center like you're moving through water. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, bring it to center. Reach out one more time and release. Once again, we'll find child's pose just for a moment. Extending your arms in front, tuck the toes, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Make sure your arms are shoulders distance and feet are hip width apart. Keep the knees bent or bicycle the legs to warm up. Gently lift the forearms, turning outer upper arms back. Look forward and hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, hands to heart. Finding mountain pose or Tadasana at the front of our mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step back into plank. Knees can be up or down. Shift forward, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra, or come up for a higher cobra. Breathe as you look over your right shoulder and then your left shoulder. Exhale and release. Tuck the toes, press up into plank or hands and knees and back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Reconnect with your breath. Look forward, gently step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up and hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or stay with cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Long, smooth breaths. Inhale, float your right leg back and up with level hips. Exhale, draw thigh toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Step the right foot forward, back heel down, and line up heel to arch for warrior two. Make sure your knee is over your ankle, arms reaching out at shoulder height. Lengthen and breathe. Inhale, drop the left arm down, reach the right arm up for peaceful warrior. Inhale, bringing your right forearm onto your thigh and reaching the left arm over for side angle pose. Such a nice stretch. Coming back to warrior two, windmill the arms down as you flow through chaturanga or skip the vinyasa and make your way to downward facing dog. Whatever feels right for you in these moments. Inhale, float your left leg back and up with level hips. Exhale, draw thigh toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Step the left foot forward, back heel down, lining up heel to arch for warrior two. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. Inhale, drop the right arm down, reach the left arm up for peaceful warrior. Inhale here, bringing your left forearm onto your thigh, and now reaching the right arm over for side angle pose. Breathe. Coming back to warrior two, windmill the arms down as you flow through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, stretch back to downward facing dog. Nice work. Breathe. Look forward, gently hop or step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up and hands to heart. Coming to the front of the mat. As you inhale, reach up, bend your knees, and sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, belly to thighs, and then forward fold. Grab your elbows or wrists and gently hang here. Knees can be bent or straight. If they're straight, shift the weight to the balls of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and hands to heart. Inhale, sit back into chair pose. Exhale, belly to thighs. Step back into plank and lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs and knees off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to flow through the warrior two sequence again. Inhale, float your right leg back and up with level hips. Exhale, thigh toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Step the right foot forward, back heel down, line up heel to arch for warrior two. Breathe here. Drop the left arm down, reach the right arm up for peaceful warrior. Inhale, right forearm onto your thigh as you reach your left arm over for side angle stretch. Coming back to warrior two, windmill the arms down as you flow through chaturanga, or skip the vinyasas and make your way to downward facing dog, however that feels comfortable in your body today. Inhale, float your left leg back and up with level hips. Exhale, draw thigh toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Step the left foot forward, back heel down, lining up heel to arch for warrior two. Arms reaching out at shoulder height. Drop the right arm down, reach the left arm up. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, bringing your left forearm onto your thigh, reaching right arm up, side angle pose. Coming back to warrior two, windmill the arms down and lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Place your forearms in front of you for Sphinx pose. Draw the shoulders back and down. Pull in the belly to protect the low back, inner thighs spinning up. Breathe as you look over your right shoulder and then your left shoulder. A nice little neck stretch. And release back down to the mat. Take your left forearm parallel with the front of the mat. Stay here or reach for the back foot. Draw heel in toward the hip. Still let your shoulders release away from your ears. Breathe here. And release. Take your right forearm parallel with the front of the mat and once again reach for the back foot. Pull in the belly to protect the low back. Release, tuck the toes, and stretch back to downward facing dog, either coming up to plank pose or staying on hands and knees. Take a moment in your downward facing dog to reconnect with your breath, sealing in all this good work we've done. Now come through and sit with legs extended out in front of you. Please bend the knees as much as needed or sit up on a blanket for more support. Inhale as you reach your arms up, hinge from the hip creases as you exhale and fold. Hands can be on your legs or at your feet. Think of looking forward rather than down at your mat to keep the length in the spine. Bending the right knee, right arm behind you, inhale and reach the left arm up, bringing left elbow to right knee. Gently twist from the waist and middle part of the body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Coming back to center. We'll extend the right leg and bend the left knee. Reach right arm up, right elbow to left knee. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, gently twist. Maybe looking over your shoulder. Come back to center. Let's lower ourselves all the way down now onto our mats and take a moment to give ourselves a nice big hug. Such good work today. Bringing your feet onto the mat, knees in line with the hips, hips in line with the shoulders. Stay here or bring your right ankle to meet your left knee, feeling a gentle stretch in the hip. You may want to draw your knee in towards your chest, and for a deeper stretch, extend the leg. Figure 4. And release. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Bring your left ankle to your right knee. Stay here for a gentle stretch or gently draw the knee in towards your chest and maybe even extend your leg for a deeper stretch. Let's all release. Take your feet onto the mat, knees bent. Take hips over to the left side and drop your knees to the right for a supine twist. Think of turning your belly toward the sky as you twist. It may never happen, but that's the part of the body we're twisting from. Option to extend the arms at shoulder height. Coming back to center. Take the hips over to the right a little, knees to the left. Maybe extending the arms at shoulder height and looking over your right shoulder. Breathe here. Coming back to center, we're going to set up for Shavasana. Keeping your feet on the mat or extending them out in front of you. Let your feet flop open, arms by your sides, palms up. And then just relax everything. Your forehead, jaw. Let everything melt into the mat. Our quote today comes from the amazing yoga teacher trainer Leslie Fightmaster. She says, "It's not about the pose, and you don't have to be perfect." Amen. Breathe here. Just a short Shavasana. Gently begin to awaken your body. Bend your knees, rolling off to the right side. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. When you're ready, gently come up, finding a seated position at the top of your mat. And we'll close our time with 3 collective breaths. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, take some of the biggest breaths of the day now. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, sealing in all this good work. Much love, friends.